All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Dublin Celtic Tigers. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game.
Come on, fellas.
On first down, Hubbard, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On second down, it's Hubbard.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Let's go. 50 out low. 59. I got you. I got you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Not a good. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. Twist, 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 twist.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
You better be afraid of me. You me. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll run on 1st down. Hubbard. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd down now, it's Hubbard. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Well, he can be a load to handle off the edge, and he can do it against the pass. Sure, he can do it against the run like he did there.
And you mentioned a load. How about having to adjust to his speed as well? Because not only does he bring some pop, he brings some dash as well. A nice play on that situation.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. They'll drop the throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
At the 24-yard line.
Red, 18 Gator.
Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Ready, 90, more. Watch the screen, ready, go.
They'll set up to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
65.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. They pick up 12 on the play, and the chains move.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff here to his running back. They find some open field here. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go.
zone for the receiving touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and forever.
Let's go, D. Mike 4. Not here. Mike 4. We want this.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, the fans should be applauding this defense right now. That's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Taking on the midfield logo. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got room. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one 28 yards on the ground. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
Let's go, D.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Watch the edge.
And to give this time to the tailback. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
It's a foot race. The 30, the 20, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 75 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. AFC title game, second quarter action, 2 minutes to play. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
And that'll bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Second down. It's Hubbard, and he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Ready up. Ready, 2. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Go.
On third down. Hubbard, and they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start, as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And he'll give it here to his running back. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. To him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
An 8-yard gain. It's 4th down.
So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check 36. Max box.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And some room to maneuver. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown! A great effort there. 39 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And some room to run now. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the second time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Get him! Get him! Get him!
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And now he'll tuck it and run. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. Now they try the right side here. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Crunch time, defense. Head, yeah.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
I know you felt that one.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Stanley. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 33. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You remember me? Let's go, baby. Come on.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Mike 2, Mike 2. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Looking to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Room here to run. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain there of 21 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hubbard, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Butker's kick here is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position with all 3 timeouts. I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got...
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. 77 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. He's picked off at his own 46, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Now a handoff working right. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. 7 yards there and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they try the right side here. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And the AFC champion has been crowned onto the Super Bowl. There cannot be a better feeling than this.
It's almost indescribable. And when we talk to players from the past, a lot of them mention getting to the Super Bowl, winning a conference championship, even before they talk about the Super Bowl itself. All that hard work to get to your goal, incredible.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in